Hey YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to another remake video. Today we'll be remaking Party Next Door's track Not Nice, so let's jump right into it. I'm going to create a nice 4-bar loop. I'm going to set the tempo to 128 BPMs. On our first track, we're going to bring in Logic's Sculpture. It's a modeling synth. Because of that sound in the track is sort of metallic, as soon as I hear that type of sound, that type of vibe, I go to Logic's Sculpture because it could recreate that nicely. And for the chords, I'm not going to draw in the chords today because I created a chord trigger preset for those chords. And here they are right here. Party Next Door, Not Nice. Oh, sorry guys. I'm just going to quickly draw in those notes here. Let's get to that here. And then we'll mess around with the sound design for the main sound in the track. So for you Logic users out there, Chord Trigger is a great effects plugin that could sort of generate chords without you having to play it. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Sculpture, and I'm going to bring in a preset that sort of sounds like the one in the track, and then I'm going to go ahead and mess around and change some stuff. So let's get to that. I believe it was under Plucked Instruments. Maybe it was under Mallet. Here it was, Shortbread. So here's the sound. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring up the attack here to get it softer. I'm going to bring up the sustain. Now I'm going to bring it to more this sort of material slider here. I'm going to move it more towards the steel section. I'm going to bring the resolution up. As you can see, the sound is starting to come out here. So I'm going to bring up the volume here. I'm going to bring up the cutoff here. All right, so now that we got that down, let's go ahead and close this. I'm going to bring in Logic's reverb because this is a very soaked in reverb. And we're going to actually use 2 reverbs on this sound. So for our first reverb, we're going to use an envelope reverb. And so something like that, and then we're going to bring in another reverb now, and it's going to complete that sound. And we're going to bring in a nice large space spring verb. Let's just see what we got here. So that one sounds good off the bat. All right, perfect. Now let's go ahead and just bring in some of the drums. I'm going to create a new software instrument track. I'm going to load in Logic's EXS24 sampler instrument. And I'm also going to be using a preloaded drum kit that I put together for this tutorial. And here it is right here. And let's go ahead and start putting in those reggaeton dancehall drums. So let's go ahead and start with our kick because that's the easiest one to just put in. And it sets our rhythm. So I'm just going to build up along as I go up here because every sample is on its own lane. So let's just go ahead and build up just like that. So we added another sort of snap here. Sorry guys, it gets a little confusing when you're not actually playing it live and drawing them in. Now I like to draw them in so you guys see where these drum elements are going, and that's why I put them, and that's why I'm drawing them in live rather than playing them out. So we're gonna add a stomp here on the ones. But we're gonna lower the velocity on this guy. Put in a nice tom here. And we're just going to replicate that to here. Let's go ahead and just add in a nice little snare here. Just go ahead and duplicate that to here. All right, so that is pretty much our drums. Now we're gonna go ahead and add in sort of this Moog bass or Moog bass that is in the track as well. So I'm going to create a new software instrument track, and I'm going to bring in Logic's ES2 synthesizer, and we're going to use a Moog-based preset or preset that I put together in a couple of tutorials ago or a couple months back, and it was the Drake Moog bass. And let's go ahead and draw in our notes or our progression. Just going to lower this so we're not killing ourselves. There we go, that's the one right there. That's some distortion, maybe a little bit of drive. And with the track, Alright, so let's go ahead and just create another software instrument track. And this time we're going to bring in another ES2 synthesizer. And I'm just going to add in an 808 bass line that kind of goes under that Moog bass just to kind of thicken it up. So we're going to use a preset that I put together also in another video, the 808 preset. We're going to copy down this pattern or progression. And let's just go ahead and stay in that octave. Let me see one more octave lower. Okay, so let's take that rumble over there. We'll take that one. Add some distortion. And I'm also going to take up the attack a little bit so it's a little softer. Let's see if I raise this one octave. No. No, we're sitting in the right octave there. Let's go ahead and create another software instrument track and round up this remake with the melody heard in Not Nice. I'm going to create another instance of ES2. And for this one, it's only going to be a solid sine wave, just like that. No other oscillators. Let's go ahead and draw in the melody. Alright, so we got it there. Here's the melody. I believe it should be one octave higher as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and just do some sound design to this sine wave. Nothing too crazy. We're going to turn unison to get it nice and fat. Going to turn up our D2 knob right here. Maybe add in some drive. Bring down the cutoff. Pull in some chorus just to soften up the sound. I'm gonna make this sound also further softer by bringing up my attack so it's not so plucky. And just lowered my sustain a little bit there, and I think I raised the release. Alright, next let's go ahead and just lower this because it's a little loud. Has to be kind of in the background. Next, let's go ahead and add in a delay. So we're going to use a tape delay. And of course, we're going to use that preset you've seen me use millions of times. It's the EDM delay preset with a eighth note delay, 16% feedback. Next, let's go ahead and add in some reverb because that's what this sound needs. And we're going to use envelope verb because I'm liking this one recently. So nothing too crazy here. I'm going to bring up the dry a little bit more. So one thing I do want to adjust here is the length of this sort of hit that we started off the tutorial with. It's running a little bit long, so let's shorten that up. Better, that sounds a lot better. It was ringing out too long because I had the MIDI dragged out. All right, let's go ahead and just quickly arrange this here. Now it's not going to be the perfect arrangement because I don't have the track in front of me, but just for this tutorial's sake, we're going to start off with that metallic sound, bring in the drums, then we're going to build in the bass, the Moog bass and the 808, then into the melody. Here we go. And that is PARTYNEXTDOOR's Not Nice track remade in Logic. Fairly quickly, I mean, maybe it could be a little bit better, but it's pretty decent for the time we did it in. If you are a Logic user, I'm going to go ahead and save this entire session for you guys. Place that link in the description box below so you can download that and mess around with this session. For your non-Logic users out there, don't worry, got your back as well. I'm going to put a play pack together that has all of the samples you hear in this track, in this session. And also I'm going to include all the MIDI stems so you don't have to record anything. Drag in the MIDI, drag in the samples, you're good to go. And create your own remake of Not Nice by PARTYNEXTDOOR. If you have a question on this, you can ask me in the comment section below. If you did like this video, remember to thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all in the next one. Talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.